everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Seahawks going up against the Bears.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On third down, Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
So we have to remember, this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On second down, here's Wilson. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. So we're going to have a challenge. Remember, last year the tablet was introduced. Most people seem to be happy with how that went, so it's back for 2018.
Yeah, and I thought it helped speed up the process a little bit, to be honest with you. I thought it was terrific that they were able to get that done. Anything you can do to take some of the lulls out of the game and keep it moving, both for the players and, of course, for fan interest, I'm in favor of it.
And for us, too.
No doubt.
First down, this is Rawls. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 57.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. They find some open field here. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Looking deep for Adams. He's got it with the 15. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 61 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Again, it's Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Ardarius Stewart there. And it's 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Let's go!
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And Matthews has it right side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. A first update now from Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. Room here to run. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Procise. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This from 44 yards away. And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So 2nd and 10 here.
Detroit! Detroit! Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. 3rd and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Mike Bennett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson, they set up the screen to Rawls. And down he'll go at the 25. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
The 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now we're going to get a timeout here, as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Buying time to his left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Oh, he will not go down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. First chance for the backup here to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Christian Jones the one who picked it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Green 39.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. On second down, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. They give it to Rawls. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Pernell McPhee. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Gano's kick is right through. Second quarter in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. On the return, this is Denard Robinson. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Green 39! Green 39! Leopard!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. No. Check, Patriot. Over. Watch it now, no. Check, Patriot.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Matthews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Leopard, leopard. 36. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check, Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they tie it on the last play of the second quarter. Now the PAT will give them the lead.
Yeah, and how about that extra little jolt that they'll feel when the ball goes through the posts? Carry that to the locker room with them and feel like, okay, we've got something good going here now, guys.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Destroy! Back out of that, Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Boom.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Gun! Check.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go with Howard again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Now let's go. Boom, landed.
They run. This is Cohen. And he spins away. Finding room inside the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Set. 3-19. Over.
From the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Come on, let's go. 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Eddie Goldman able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's John Ryan now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Let's go. Blue. Here we go now. Blue 90.
This is Cohen, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So that'll back him up 5. On second down, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky. Over.
Now Trubisky on first down. Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Marcus Smith in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Now let's go. Green, 30. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch it now. Over, over.
Now Trubisky to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go.
Now a toss. This is Rawls. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
They go again with Rawls. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go now.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 42. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Lockett. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down at the 29. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
They'll try to run with Rawls. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwich, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Michael Bannon in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is they're all 30 yards downfield after that play.
Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Watch it now, Marty. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Let's go. Gun. Leopard. Black 99 Philly. Over.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Marcus Smith. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a give. Right side, it's Rawls. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw here. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Trubisky being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And the Eagles have extended their lead in that ball game. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. They'll look to throw, and that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And some room to work. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot for Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.